Just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Up the middle they go. It's Stanley. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Rich. He finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing on 1st down. Lacey. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Lacey, he finds his man, complete. It's Pratt. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Lacey. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lacey. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protecting himself as best he could while completing the play.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Over the middle, complete. That's Pratt. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Rich. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Lacey. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Lacey. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
And now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, 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 and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
On 1st down, Stanley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Rich. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
On 1st and 10, Rich over the middle here to Wilson.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a give right side. It's Stanley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Lacey got his man complete over the middle. It's Pratt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Lacey. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Lacey. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Throwing to start the drive. Rich. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll try the left side. It's Stanley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
To throw on 3rd down. Rich.
That's caught by Wilson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. First down now, but that clock rolling. Operating from the gun. Rich, he finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
Now a handoff up the middle. Din. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On third down, Stanley. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 7. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jenkins. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Falcons, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.